So yeah, not the buck that I was looking for this morning, but pretty bloody stoked. Alright legends, the rut is not far off starting. The boys are starting to round up the girls, and I'm heading out. Actually planning on trying to take a pig this afternoon. I saw one on here the other day, but if a buck pops up I'll take that too. So we'll see how we go. We've got a pretty decent wind coming into my face. Not as strong as I would normally like. I normally like a bit more wind when I'm bow hunting because it's so dry at the moment. Just want to be able to cover up my the noise that I make. So we'll see what we can do. Wish us luck. Alright guys, it's pretty fucking cool. Same spot. I was looking at these pigs and Mr. Fox comes through, thwack him, and he ran about 30 meters. Pretty much died right next to me, and the pigs didn't even really notice. And then I shot this little boar. So bloody stoked. That's my first pig with the bow. It was a bloody cool little scene to see them both next to each other and then nail them. Oh, so yeah, not the buck that I was looking for this morning, but pretty bloody stoked with a fox and a pig from the same spot. So first pig with the bow, so that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna do something. Normally I would just gut it and chuck it in the esky for a day or two to cool down. But I've actually got some venison at home that I need to mince, so I'm just gonna actually debone the whole thing right out here in the field, so I can leave all the bones, everything out here on the property, and then we'll mince it up at home, ready to make some sausages in the coming months. So yeah, pretty stoked. Pretty bloody stoked. It's the first pig. It's actually my wedding anniversary today, so abandoned the wife to go hunting. So she's pretty amazing. So yeah, wish us luck. We'll get this sorted, and I'll either see you cooking or I'll see you on the next one. All right, so I managed to get that pig and fox, and it's like a couple months later. I haven't done too much. We minced up that whole pig, and I actually shot a buck last weekend, and he was a bit ruddy, so what we did is we actually made a whole bunch of biltong, and I minced him all pretty much, because I want to make sausages, and also we use a lot of mince. So we're going to make sausages today. We're going to make two different batches. We're going to make a fresh and a cured, and I'm going to be stealing the recipes from these books here. If you haven't made sausages before, it's probably easiest to go and go to your nearest butcher store or wholesale butcher store, and they'll have like blue packets like this or silver packets, and there'll be sausage mix, and sort of the commercial butchers use, and that will then give you the exact amount, and it's quite easy for your first go. There's a lot less to stuff up, but they do produce a product that is a little bit synthetic-y, if that's a word. So we're going to do our own natural one today. So we're going to do a cured one and a fresh one. We've done the cured one before, but it will be different because last time we used a pure pork mix, and today we're using a 60-40 pork and venison mix. It's probably going to be on the little bit of the dry side because it's a wild pig. It didn't have as much fat as we would like. I may throw in some olive oil to just increase the fat content, or even some butter. Both of those will work. So yeah, these are going to be our two books today. Awesome books, lots of stuff. If you're getting into curing your own stuff at home or doing any kind of curing recipes, these two books, you really can't go past them. So yeah, we'll get into it. All right, so we're doing the Mexican chorizo today, and that is our recipe there. Putting salt in, already put too much in. We're gonna have 40 grams of salt. $16 grams of ancho chili. $8 grams of paprika. 8 grams of chipotle. I need 18 grams of minced garlic. I'll put that in at the end. We need 3 grams of fresh black pepper. Be good for a while. Cumin. 1.5 grams of this, which is going to be possible to measure out with this one, but we'll probably just go 2. We need oregano and lots of garlic, so we'll figure that out now. Need 18 grams of this. That's not doing a very good job. We do not have oregano, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to use thyme instead. I'm not driving to shops, but we only need 1 gram. Tequila, 45 ml of that. It says red wine vinegar.
We don't have that. So, I might 45ml of that as well. Pork and venison here. There is 2.5 kilos of pork and there is 2 kilos of venison. You mix it all together and use half for each. And then we'll refrigerate it all overnight, so it has extra time to marinate the flavors. And then tomorrow we will stuff the sausages. So we've done this recipe before. It turned out really well. We did a straight pork mix when we did it. The differences we're going to have now when we do it is we're going to be hanging on our veranda. So big asterisk, star here, whatever. Don't follow our food safety guidelines. We don't have any Bactofirm. And if you look that up online, what that's going to do is that's going to give it a nice white mold. That white mold is, I believe, penicillin. And that will also protect it from any bad mold. So we don't have that this time, so we're going to be relying on the natural mold in the air to give it the right stuff and protect it, and hopefully we don't get any green or black mold. Those are the two that you really want to worry about. And so we're hoping that it'll be a nice white fuzzy. When you put that Bactofirm into the meat and the thing, you also get a nice fermenty taste to it. So we're just going to be hoping that things go right. So we're going to put this recipe together and then we will put this all in the fridge tonight and make the sausages tomorrow. Curing salt. It's not normal salt. You need to go out and buy it. Butcher shops will have it. You might be able to buy it from your local butcher normally. Otherwise, you can find it online. You need to be careful with this stuff. You can find calculators online to use the right amount. Do not overuse this stuff. It can be poisonous, or it will be poisonous if you overuse it. You need to use the minimum amount, or the right amount, I should say, because it will stop botulism. Yes, you can cure without it. It is traditional to cure without it. However, you don't want botulism. So, I've had stuff that's cured without it. It just, if it's your first time, play everything safe. Do everything at your own risk, but we will be using it today. I'm breaking up the rosemary and then we're going to put that in. Just the rest of that. And I need more garlic. 5 of these mini cloves. I've laid it out nice and flat, like that, because then I can hopefully spread it pretty even anyway. I've just added in 60ml of dry white wine and I'm just going to give it a splash of olive oil. Again, because my fat content is low. I know my fat content's low, so I'm just supplementing that in. You could just use pork back fat from butcher, but that is hard for us to get in the country. So until I shoot a nice fatty pig or something of equivalent, we are just substituting that. We could just add in block fat or something like that. But the olive oil should work. I know a butcher who used to use rice bran oil, but I'm trying to get away from any of those seed oil craps. So we're going to use olive oil instead. It'll probably add a bit of a flavour to it because the olive oil has got more flavour than a lot of those seed oils, but I'm fine with that. How much curing salt do we need? 1 teaspoon. All right. And by giving it over the fridge overnight, and let all those flavours marinate, means if you haven't mixed quite well, you'll also give it a remix in the morning or the next day. And so you shouldn't end up with any spice pockets or anything like that. I've got my 2 different mixes. Lid's going on that. That's going in the fridge. I'll see you tomorrow. Then we've got our sausage casings. So these come out and they'll go into lukewarm water. And yeah, start loosening them up and give it a good wash. So I've given those a really good rinse, which will just get away a lot of that excess salt. So they sit in cold water now. So now that it's had 24 hours to marinate, we will do a test patty of the chorizo. And if there's anything else we need to add, we can add it now. Really tasty. Get these skins on and then start stuffing.